Today's temperature feels like perfect. 63 degrees out. It feels like cool enough where you're not like dying, but warm enough where comfortably shirt and t-shirt, or t-shirt and shorts. But anyway, it's going to start raining for the next few days. I looked at the forecast, and it's supposed to rain off and on until like next Wednesday, I think. Which sucks, because I was really hoping that this weekend I'd be able to go play some more golf. On our way to work now. I really don't want to go to work. Officially hit the halfway point of the day, ladies and gentlemen. We are day to day. I think it's the rain that's, hovering over us, or the prospect of rain, I should say, causes a lot of attitude. Finished the front though. It was funny. I came in and I was like doing whatever, as you guys saw, some like paperwork stuff that I was doing. So I came in, started to do some paperwork. And then realized that I was supposed to be up front. So I scurried up front, got a little time lapse, and then Ox is finally back, partially, from his broken ankle. And so now, I'm in the back. Finished my paperwork, was doing some price comparisons. We've had a lot of I don't know what's in the water right now, but like our vendors are severely dropping the ball. And one of our vendors that we've had on Fridays exclusively for like the last 5 years sent us an email saying, hey, next month your order is getting switched to Tuesday. We already get another huge order on Tuesday, so we're getting 2 orders where we get about, I'd say 80% of our product, give or take, from these 2 distributors, and we're going to get it all in the same day. 90% of it is frozen. Like 90% of what we carry in the store, if not more, is from those 2 distributors. So it's a shit show. So we're doing a bunch of research on other potential options, and that's been the day thus far, and that will probably be the day going forward. Another victory for the OGs. Taking on a work day. I don't know how much footage I have. Well, I have like a vague idea of how much footage I have, and it's not a lot. And for that, I apologize. But today was rough, to put it lightly. But these things happen. That's just kind of how days are sometimes. Yesterday's vlog is coming together pretty decently. I have all the footage exported. I get to just go home and edit it now. But yeah, all in all, I'd say a relatively middle of the road day. Not terrible, but certainly not great. But that's just kind of working these days. That's just life as it is. I'm sure pieces will start to fall here shortly, and maybe everything will get great, or everything will become a complete and utter shit show. But best believe I'll have my camera at the ready either way. Something I did want to touch on, and I started to record it earlier in today, but I wanted to save it for later to give shot diversity, and then today happened and that never came around. So last night, if you watch stream, a part of it, but there's more to the story. But last night, I guess we can take it back a little bit further than that. Yesterday, the Streamer University enrollment applications came out. Kai Cenat's Streamer University. I think there's 100-something creators that are going to take over a campus and learn and blah, 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 blah. Very intriguing idea. I love learning, and I do truly feel like the one thing, I'm sure there's several things, but one of the major things holding me back in my content creation is knowledge. And knowledge comes from experience, of course. But even with all of the experience that I'm gaining, I still feel like I'm missing pieces. I have so many questions about how to do certain things. And an opportunity like that to be around other like-minded people and people that are very dominant in the industry for any sort of reason, any knowledge I can take from that, I feel is going to be super valuable. And so I applied. I started the application part yesterday on stream, and then they required like a 45 seconds or less video explaining why you want to do it. And in hindsight, definitely should have just done it while I was streaming, especially to get live feedback. But I opted instead just to like get into it. We're gonna play the games, whatever, yada yada yada. So after stream, I spent about an hour recording this 45-second segment, just clip after, or cut after cut after cut after cut, because I just was like stuttering, and I was trying to do it in one solid take. And I also, I made the mistake of, I definitely feel as though writing it down was more beneficial than not, but writing it down makes me loses a little bit of the creative touch that I may have had. I hope it didn't feel forced, but it definitely didn't feel as authentic as like this is. So with that in mind, I recorded it for like an hour and a half, chopped it down, got it to like 44.38 seconds. Like, it was insanely close to being over the threshold. But got that all cut up and edited, and then went to submit it, and the file was too big, so I had to post it on YouTube under like a private, nobody can see this ever thing, and then send the link. And when I sent the link, it was like, the applications are closed. And I was like, so I stayed up an extra hour and a half recording and editing this stupid clip, and I should have just recorded it live. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll figure out a different way. It's just, it wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. We'll just keep it pushing. Fast forward to this morning, I woke up, and I think it was like on Twitter, or I don't know what it was on, but I somehow saw something about the Streamer University, went back to the website, saw that it said enroll now, and I was like, that's weird. It said applications were closed. Why wouldn't you update the webpage to say that applications are closed? Like, whatever, shmeep shmop, we'll keep it pushing. Click on enroll now, and the application was open again with a brand new application. Because in hindsight, I definitely could have done a little bit more flashier editing and done more gameplay stuff, but again, I wanted it to be as authentic as possible and just me talking to the camera straight up and not cutting behind a bunch of clips. Anyway, I resubmitted it. My application is in. Do I think I'm going to get in? Probably not, but I think it would be an excellent opportunity. And again, it's another experience of me getting out of my comfort zone and submitting this application in order to try and further myself as a creator. I did want to touch on that because I wanted to talk about it earlier this morning, and I said, you know what? Save it for later in the vlog. And then I totally didn't have the mental capacity to do it. So now we're doing it. And there's the sunset.